what's up everybody? It's Mobility Matt with Tomorrow Mindset. Today I'm going to bring you a video on depression. So someone in the comments had asked for this, and I feel this is something that a lot of people don't talk about, and seeing as how it's June, and it's Men's Mental Health Month, which I never even knew that was a thing. I want to talk about that. So first and foremost, for me, the number one thing that helps me get out of that mindset or get out of that state of lower vibration is doing little things that help elevate your vibration. One, fitness is something that helps that, whether you may be just be walking, or whether you may be doing CrossFit or strength training, weightlifting, or just mobility, which is what I specialize in, calisthenics, things of that nature. Just movement, being able to move around and not be sedentary. That helps you flow, and we are energy. Energy is continuously moving. It doesn't stay stagnant. So that's something that we gotta continue to do, because I've seen people take their lives. I've seen people just live miserable lives, being stuck in depression through years on end. I know for me, it was about 26 years before I even got over the hardest parts of my depression. Maybe 27, but let's just say 26. Another thing would be how you eat, because what you eat, how you eat is very important. That's one of the main differences that I've seen in my eating. When I eat based off what my body needs and not just what I want because it tastes good, then I know that I'm eating better. So now that I'm eating better, I got more mental clarity. That mental clarity means, now you can help elevate yourself in other avenues, physically, emotionally, spiritually, whatever the case may be. A lot of us, especially men, we just bottle it in, and we don't really talk about it. We don't know how to talk about it. And then I know many of us, especially, this is a big thing too, many of us can't talk to our significant other about it because your significant other is going to look at you differently. I got friends that are married or whatever the case is, and they tell me that, and then I see that in situations, and it's like you don't really have a safe place to, as a man at least, I can't speak for women, so I'm not a female. We don't really have a safe place, I guess you could say, to talk to anybody, which for some of us that's fine. Like, I'm gonna get through it, but it's like there's a lot of people out there that some are already gone, some are on the verge of going, whether maybe taking their own life, or whether maybe just not making the right decisions and just falling apart. So for me, when I moved to LA and I started shopping at the farmers market, that was one thing that drastically changed my mindset, relieved the mental clarity, and all the above. A lot of people don't realize that what you put in your body is very important. You need to understand that what you put in your body is of the utmost importance. There's nothing really more important than that. If you're gonna put bullshit in your body, you're gonna get bullshit out of your body. Meaning, as your actions and the things that you do are not gonna be on the level of what in which they need to be. So be mindful of things like that. Don't just overindulge in these things that you like because your taste buds tell you they taste good. A lot of times, these parasites that are in your body that wake you up late at night to go get whatever food that's in your fridge, they're making you sick, and they're pushing you to only go further down rather than up, and that's not going to help you. You know, these two things I could say have saved my life, whether it may be, or when it comes to the whole depression thing. Between fitness and food, and then also meditation. That's, I would say, that's the third one. Meditation, clearing your mind, learning how to clear your mind. Like, for instance, when I meditate, I focus more so on breathing, and then I get lost into the breathing, on box breathing. I do 4 seconds inhale, a 4-second pause, 4-second exhale, 4-second pause. I learned that from one of the older guys, and he was a Vietnam veteran. Well, he is a Vietnam veteran. He's still alive. He's a Vietnam veteran. He's about 74 years old, and he taught me a lot. He was in a Delta Force, which is like above the Navy SEALs or whatever. So he taught me that, and I carry the box breathing on just with everything that I do. And that's another thing too. You know, take things that people tell you, one, with a grain of salt, but actually listen to it, take something from it, because it's being told to you for a reason. Whether it may be a test for you, like testing your patience, or another piece of the puzzle that you need in life. Because there's so many pieces to the puzzle that you may not have, and a random stranger walking down the street might have it. And you know, you might get into a little conversation, and they might give you a little gem, that something that you need, you know. And also staying consistent all around. Fitness, eating properly, meditation, which a lot of times I fall off on the meditation part. So, you know, it's not just like, oh, I'm gonna do this for a month, and then I'm gonna fall back and just, you know, see where it goes. Like, you gotta understand that this is a lifelong journey. Nothing at all is gonna just be, I'm gonna do this for a period of time and it's gonna be done. You gotta continuously eat, right? You gotta continuously breathe. You gotta continuously blink. You know, you gotta continuously go to work, right? So why are you not continuously doing things that are gonna better you? Why are you not continuously doing things to help you elevate and get you out of that depression and move you further away from it? Distance yourself from certain people as well. It's not just what you put in your body, it's what's around you. You know, the type of things that you listen to. Like now I wouldn't say I stopped listening to music, but for the most part, I only listen to motivational speeches. I don't really need to listen to music. Plus two, it's on the wrong frequency. That's a whole nother video that we'll probably get into. But it's a different frequency, and it doesn't vibrate with us. It's funny, people always talk about what's the vibe, but what is your vibration? You know, we say that, but what do you really mean? Do you understand what that means? Do you understand what that means? Do you understand what that means? You know, we need to start looking at ourselves, like literally go into the mirror and ask yourself these questions. A lot of people think that's stupid, or they don't want to, you know, they'll go like someone's picture, page, whatever the case is, but a lot of us don't really like ourselves. And part of that, part of the whole depression situation is that in itself, that many of us don't like ourselves, we don't know ourselves, we're too caught up in whatever society is deemed to be happy and whatnot, you know. A lot of people only talk about mental health during Mental Health Month, or when somebody dies, or you know, something like that. It's like, it just seems so unrealistic. And you gotta remember that life doesn't get easier, you just become tougher. So between moving around, exercising, understanding how to move, and just getting out in the sunlight, getting fresh air, not being so cooped up all the time, you know, getting outside your norm, you know, maybe try something new. You know, it's not just doing all this cool workout stuff. Just getting outside, getting some fresh air. Maybe go to a park, go for a walk, go walk your dog if you have one, or your cat, or your pig, or your alligator. I don't know. Down here, people be doing some crazy stuff. So things like that. And make sure you're eating based off your blood type. Figure out your blood type, eat based off your blood type. And I say that because that gives you whole foods. There's not gonna be any processed foods in that. Because think of us as a computer. Once you start putting the viruses on this computer, which is coming from processed foods, parasites, what have you, and all that, now your computer runs slower and slower and slower, and eventually you just gotta get a new one. We can't just go get a new brain. Well, I mean, maybe in these days you could go get a new brain, but it's gonna cost a lot. So we have to actually rid everything. So what you wanna do is, maybe fast. Maybe you want to, and you don't have to just fast as in don't eat anything. You could do a fruit fast. Maybe do a watermelon fast. Make sure you're still drinking water with Himalayan sea salt so you can get the electrolytes you need, because the watermelon may not hydrate you enough. So you could do that. You can, do like a little challenge for yourself. 5 minutes a day, meditate. Also have gratitude. Pick 3 things every morning and every night that you're grateful for. Just find little ways to make yourself happier every day. It's not easy. I can tell you that right now from experience. It's not easy. It's definitely worth it though. You have to fight for what you want. Nothing in life is easy. I can tell you that right now. Nothing is easy. And if it is easy, then you're either gonna lose it fast, or it wasn't really worth it in the beginning. But yeah, I'm gonna cut this short, and I'm definitely gonna do a part 2, because this is something that we definitely need to talk about. Alright, so I appreciate y'all. Peace and blessings.